What is going on, everybody? Rob J back in the house. What is happening? Happy New Year to all you guys out there. And hopefully your 2001 is starting off better than your 2000. I think everybody's ready to put the 2000 behind them as well. So hopefully things are starting out good on your end. And tonight decided to just throw up a little bit of a live stream and kind of talk about some of the beers I've liked over the last year. So thought it'd be something neat to share. 2020 went through a lot of different beers, and for myself, I usually track those on UNTAPPD. Not sure how familiar you guys are with that, but if you are looking for an app to track your beers or share what you're drinking, that is actually a good one to check out. So hopefully we'll go through some of this stuff, and I'm going to actually enjoy some beer here. If you guys are sharing some, let me know what you guys are drinking too out there as well. I actually cracked open a big one here just because I was waiting for whenever I was going to do this as kind of an occasion. And if this looks big, it is big. It is actually a 50.7 ounce bottle of the Stone Jolly Pumpkin and Solo Out of Greece collaboration from their Stone Brewery over in Germany. It was number 14 of their collaboration series at the time that they had created. Of course, that brewery is not there now, but it was one that I picked up a while back, over a year or so ago. And it's one you can actually sell her. So 9.5%. Going to see how much I drink of that tonight. I've had one of these before. That was the Anchor Christmas, but that was not 9.5%. I think that was like 6 something. So we'll see. You know, I got a good deal on it. So if I don't drink it all, I'm not going to be upset about it. But I will have a review up in a couple of days about that beer too that I shot before coming on live. So shout out to everybody in the house. Let's see here. We got Bryce here. Bryce has been trying to run with this joke here. I don't know where he's going with it, though. I just don't know where he's going with it. But what's going on, Bryce? Happy New Year to you, my friend. Vanessa's in the house. Happy New Year to you as well. Good to see you. Hopefully it's off to a good start. Happy New Year. I'm wrenchless here. Yeah, I don't just throw around wrenches. I don't do that. Todd's in the house. Says, yo, what's up, Rob? What is going on, Todd? And Happy New Year to you as well. Todd's there watching as I am in the background, the Clemson and the Ohio State game, which tied up right now, 14-14. They definitely are showing better than Notre Dame being put into the championship against Alabama. That was a joke anyway, but that kind of went the way a lot of people expected. What up, D? Cheers, my friend. A Happy New Year to you as well. Hopefully you are getting off to a great start. We got In for the Grill in the house as well. Cheers, bro. Good to see you too. And then toss a little to Vanessa. I'm smoking my beer. Is that cool? Hey, if it works, it works. There is smoked beer, but I feel like you're doing something else there. And that works as well. The Untitled app will send me a friend request and a bunch of spam deleted dating garbage. I deleted it. Really? I never had the same dating garbage. I don't know. But yeah. You do get friend requests for some people that follow. For me, I get people that follow me like on Twitter and stuff like that, so it's all cool. But you know, if it's something you're not fully into, I mean, you can do that. I think you can maybe block notifications as well. But for me, I think it's a great tracking app to have for the different beers to go through and to kind of see what other people are drinking out there as well. Appreciate it, Bryce, for dropping that like, my friend. Cheers, brother. And I was upset on the feature of the app. There may be a setting I can. Yeah, I think there is definitely a setting there as well. Hey, what's going on, Christina? Moose Gal's in the house. Chat folks and Rod. Does Rod uses that your stage name? You gotta let it go, Bryce. That's not. You gotta come up with something better than that. I think you've been hanging around with Blake and EB too much. Let's see here. Yes, off to a start. I've been filling up storage for reliable at some point. Well, there you go. Nice to start planning something. Gilbert's in the house. Cheers, fools. Cheers, Gilbert. Happy New Year to you as well. Puff, puff, pass for the grill. And it tosses up to Gilbert. So yeah, so this one that I'm drinking right now from Jolly Pumpkin, it is the special golden holiday spice ale, golden ale with white sage, caraway, and juniper berries. And kind of a unique profile. The special ingredients are the white sage, the caraway, and the juniper berries, which come through nicely. The winter spice give way to nutty caramel and subtle juniper. Herbs, spices, and roasted nuts with a rich, dark sweetness for the aroma. Caramelized leeks and fennel, carrot ginger soup, roasted turkey, and apricot tart are suggested as pairings. Like, I don't know where they come up with these pairing ideas. I mean, the roasted turkey is the only one that seems to make sense to me. I mean, but I don't know. Maybe people eat a lot of caramelized leeks and fennel or carrot ginger soup. Maybe that's a hot thing out there, and I don't know about it. I mean, it took me a while to catch on to the fried bologna sandwiches. So, oh, let me see here. Havana's in the house. What is going on, Havana? Said, I use Untappd to rate macros high to make Raji furious. Hey, if they work for you, brother, that's all that matters, my friend. He just gave Budweiser a 5. I see a lot of people slam the macros on those sites, and I do see people put like a 1 or something for a Budweiser, and it's like, I don't drink Bud that much, but when I do drink it, it's definitely not a 1. I think some people are just doing it just to try to slam them. So this beer, my friend, is supposed to be fun. I would say that's not going the right direction. Bryce. Maybe it's the COVID. Well, yeah, COVID's affecting the brain. A little insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Let's see here. Vanessa says hello to Moose as well. There we go. So I was going through the stuff for Untappd. I was going to do this a few days ago, and I said, really? How can you do it earlier before the year's even over? You should wait to the end of the year before you do something like that, because you may drink something late in the year you actually like. So started going through everything to kind of recap the stuff I did in 2020. And one of the things that I noticed on there, or they actually send you a summary at the end of the year as well, 589 beers were checked in. The average user, they say, checks in about 52 beers. So a little bit more than the average user, 10 times more than the average user. But there's also beers that we didn't check in. Like when Todd was up in March, we went to the beer festival. I didn't check any beers in at that time just because I was there to have fun. There was other stuff I had been to. I didn't check in all the beers. So 589, that's a good number, I guess. I don't know what people shoot for in there. I know there's people that have more check-ins than I do, but that's a good amount of beer to check in. And of those beers, 303 unique beers I tried in 2020. So a good handful, little less than 1 per day, but average user tries 49 unique beers, or they did in 2020 at least. So again, definitely ahead of the curve on that as well. And I actually spread it out to 132 different breweries. So I try to get breweries from all over the world as much as possible. I look at the stuff we have locally, but then I go to like Jungle Gyms and I go to other places and try to get stuff internationally. So stuff from over in Germany, stuff from over in England, stuff from over, Sweden, wherever. I can try different things. I just picked up a couple Japanese beers that I've been waiting to try for a bit, so I'm going to try those at a point too. So a lot of different beers, definitely to be enjoyed. Let me see here. And 97 different beer styles out of 215 available. So, and the number one style that I actually tried, according to what I did last year, the American IPA, which really, is that a surprise? I mean, American IPAs are always being pushed on us by a lot of the breweries. So do tend to pick up a lot of that style and try different things there for sure. But we had no limit on the IPAs that were definitely out there. So you think about that, that's including, I believe, well, Untappd may break it out differently. I was going to say maybe includes the doubles, stuff like that, but I think they're just counting it out as the American IPAs, which I did do a lot of IPAs, I know, over the last year or so. Let me see here. And then one of the things Untappd always gives you is like different badges you can earn when you're trying a different beer. So apparently last year, 368 badges earned in 2020. Overall total now 2273, which you get nothing really for the badges. It's just that's how they kind of, it's kind of like a thing. If you do 5 style, they give you a badge or something. I mean, it's just all part of it and everything. I guess it's your flair. It's your beer flair. Just like if you're working at Fridays, you have your flair. You go on Untappd, here's your beer flair. It's kind of like, what do you know about beer? Well, I've got all this beer flair. So never been a big fan of the flair myself, but it is what it is. Unless it's Ric Flair, right? Woo! And then breaking it down into the beers themselves, I thought it was interesting. So as we talk about the actual beers, like the overall top 5 beers for 2020 that I actually rated out, and this is something I do on my own personal rating, and you got to be careful on some of the Untappd ratings because you don't know how people are rating some of the things there. But for me, just so you're aware, for me, a 5 is like an excellent, a 4 very good, a 3 is good, 2 is fair, 1 is not that great, right? So I am very tight as far as giving out 5s, and last year the Hop Butcher Dark Black Imperial Stout was one that I actually gave a 5 to. In fact, it was the only one I gave a 5 to last year. And that was a great Imperial Stout. If you saw the video, I did the review on here. If not, you can check it out on the channel. I know a lot of other guys have done the reviews, the Beer Patrol, and No Hype beer reviews, massive beer reviews. A lot of the guys have gotten some of the stuff there. But it was one of the best was the best Imperial Stout that I had that I felt over the last year. And to give you a little detail about that one, let me pull it up here. I'm going to refer back to my phone because it's easier doing it this way than trying to go through the computer. But with that Imperial Stout, you're looking at an Imperial Stout that was brewed with maple and sea salt, which was really nice. And then my comments on it, I said, my goodness, rarely do I ever give a 5, but this one here just delivers on another level. The sea salt touch with the maple comes together with the malts, creating one hell of a flavor burst. Considered maple, salty, chocolate, dark, thick, sweet, mouthfeel, mouth coating, velvety, smooth, and roasty. It had a lot going on. It was a very nice, complex, layered Imperial Stout. So if you get a chance to check that one out, I would definitely say it would be something definitely worth grabbing. I don't know if they still have them coming out at Hop Butcher, but if you can check it out, I would definitely do that. Behind that, I had 4 others, I think 5 others actually, that were tied at the 4.75 level. One of those being Fatheads, the Sorcerer. Now, Fatheads is actually out of Ohio here. If you're not familiar with them, they actually do some great beers as well. So the Sorcerer is a Belgian strong dark ale, 9% ABV. Had a really nice appeal to it. What did I say about that one when I had it? Digging this one, great taste and finish, one awesome balance of everything, an instant fave. What they say about it, let's dispel the myths first. Recipe from medieval times, no stolen DNA from a castle, no. Brewed by a wizard, maybe. The Sorcerer casts a spell upon your senses with complex malt, dry fruit, raisins, figs, plums, spice cake, and a wonderful Belgian candy sugar sweetness. They say food pairings, steak, goose, apple pie. Much easier food pairings than what I had off the Stone bottle, I can tell you that. They give you like some sort of like the gravity and all that stuff, but they talk about the hops or German Pearl, Czech Saaz. They use a special Belgian yeast, and then the malt is pale Pilsner malts, Munich, dark Munich, aromatic, Cara aroma, and Carafa. And they're out of North Olmsted, Ohio. A lot of people in Ohio are really high on Fatheads because they do some great stuff. One of their wheat ales is the Gumball Head that people love. And they just have some great beers out there. So if you get a chance to check out Fatheads, I would definitely check that out as well. But that Sorcerer, if you like a Belgian dark ale, that definitely hits on the spot for sure. I got a couple more of the comments in here. Moose, well, I mean, Bryce is he's trying to work his material in, so it takes time sometimes, but you got to practice. You got Jeremy V in the house. What's going on, Jeremy? Cheers. Happy New Year, my friend. Hope all is going well on your end, too. I know we've been chatting all day about the football stuff back and forth. Moose was asking how Vanessa was doing here. Bart's in the house. Happy New Year, my friend out of Jersey. back in the swamps. Yeah, so I'm still targeting Bart to get up there around spring or so. So hopefully, depending on how things pan out, the rolling out of pandemic and all that kind of stuff, we'll have to see. But I'm still going to try to get back up to NJ here the next next few months. Wow, we'll be in spring in 3 months. How good is that? Jeremy said Happy New Year as well from Moose Gal. Saying to you, Moose, hope you're having a great day. There you go. Better not be thin 4 or 5. No, it's not. It's definitely not thin, Gilbert. You know, it would pass the PA Brew News test. So Paul would even enjoy that one. So that was like my second one there. And the third one I had was the Avery Bonbon Cerise. Let me pull that one up here. And for anybody that is watching, Jeremy, if you're going to be around a bit, I might open it up afterwards if people want to join as well. Because I'm just kicking it tonight, watching the football game. The wife's doing what she's doing. It's just like a Friday night now at this point. But the Bonbon, 14.6% ABV, Imperial Double, Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with cherries, cacao nibs, and vanilla beans. So a very nice one there as well. I put in there, I said this is one tasty bourbon barrel beer that for the high ABV comes together nice and smooth. And you always got to be careful with some of the Avery beers because they actually do sneak in those higher ABVs on you and they will catch up with you. And if you're not used to it, they will put you on your butt for sure. So a nice one that wasn't too boozy, that came through very well. Let me see here. Oh, Jeremy says Ohio State is now up 21-14. So that's a little bit of a shocker, but it's still second. So plenty of time. I've got to try either of those beers. Yeah, these are just one, like the Avery one is like pretty much everywhere, I think. It may be like a seasonal release when that comes out, but that is one that you can pick up in a lot of different spots. Let's see what then the other one I had was people are probably more familiar with. And the thinking I did when I actually put these together, these are actually all beers that I tried in 2020, right? So there are other beers that might be on here that might have been out before 2020, but it's just the best ones I've had, and that's how it was ranked in Untapped. So I did have the Southern Tier Warlock, which if you guys aren't familiar with that, although I know a lot of you probably are, that is a pumpkin stout. It's probably my favorite pumpkin. Well, it is my favorite pumpkin beer that does come out. And I don't drink pumpkin beers as much, and I don't drink them as early as a lot of people do. Like I said, when I drank this one, it was back in February. But it's always a nice one. They, each year they kind of put it out there, and it held up again for the version they released that I enjoyed last year. So that one was one I gave a 4.75 to as well. Just overall, a nice solid one, taking a look at it from what they actually put out about the beer. Beatable Pumpkin recipe was adapted for the stout style way back in 2011. Dark and mysterious, reunite your senses with Warlock's huge roasted malt character, moderate carbonation, and a spiced pumpkin aroma. And it just goes down rather easily. So that one is one that's a 8.6 ABV. So another one that can sneak up on you as well. Sammy's in the house. What is going on? Got the Gadget Sour from Urban Artifact. Nice. That's one of my local breweries. If you guys don't know Urban Artifact, they are becoming probably one of the top premier sours breweries in the country. They're starting to get seen on a bigger level. If you like sours, that's a brewery you definitely want to check out some beer from if you can get them. Beer Man's in the house. Cheers, Rajay. Cheers, Chad. Cheers, Beer Man. What is going on, brother? Good to see you, my friend. We got Ron Sutton in the house. Keep rocking, Rajay. Keep rocking 20. I'm going to try, brother. I'm going to try. Yeah, Buckeyes are up 21-14. A little bit surprised, but, I have Clemson picked to win this game, but if the Buckeyes pull it out, good for them. I think if Trevor Lawrence pulls it out, he pretty much locks up the Heisman. So we'll see what happens. But you know what? The way Alabama looked, I don't know if either team is going to beat them when they play them next week or whatever. So that's going to be interesting. Hey, Nina, Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well as well. Good to see you here. Cheers. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying some beers as well, let me know what you guys are drinking too. We'll get you popped in as well. And let's see here. So after that, I had the Sagatuck Neapolitan Milk Stout. So if you haven't had this beer, and if you remember the old Neapolitan ice cream, you get the strawberry, the chocolate, the vanilla. This beer is one of the best beers that like recreating that. I mean, it's weird how they actually do that one because you get the flavors from the vanilla, the chocolate, and for the strawberry. And for me, I don't think it was overly sweet by any means. I think it's actually very solid. It's what I totally expected to get in the beer. It's one of those beers, like you're not going to drink a ton of them because of that sweetness. But anytime you want to drink something like that, or if you want to drink it like on a day when it's, even like some people like stouts in the winter and the fall, you could drink this in the summer, like you're coming in, at nighttime or whatever, cooling down from the heat. I mean, it tastes like freaking ice cream in a beer. That one comes in with an ABV of 6%, so not heavy ABV. Rich flavors of chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry are balanced out in the smooth characteristics of this creamy milk stout. And it actually seasonally does release annually on November 1st. So they do release a little bit later, but I can drink that thing all year round and wouldn't have a problem with it. As far as when I had this one, beer is A+ to me. Some may not like the sweetness, but I think it achieves the goal and brings back memories of that ice cream treat. I mean, it just had a great feel to it in my mind. Let me see here. So now he says, "Go Tribe, go Browns." Yeah, the Browns just closed down their facility. I think yesterday, because of outbreaks with Corona. I think one of the coaches and one of the players may have had COVID. So Blake's in the house. Says, "Cheers, cheers, Blake. What's going on? Cheers, fan. Happy New Year, brother." Is your internet back up, or are you just able to click it in through your phone? We got the professor in the house. What is going on? Happy New Year. Oh, he's calling me the professor, but he's a professor himself. Cuff and Stuff Barbecue. Makes some great dishes over there. Enjoys some beer as well. If you guys don't know Cuff and Stuff, make sure you check him out. He's always making some fine things. I need to catch up with some of his videos this weekend now that I got to grill again to maybe get some recipes from some of the stuff that he's doing there. Roast for 8 on the go. Roast for 8's a nice one as well. I've got a couple of roasters actually, Gilbert, down in the basement. I haven't cracked open yet, so I need to crack those babies open. Ham's, of course, a classic that pairs with everything. As far as the lagers go, Ham's an American adjunct lager. Ham's is alright, or as the kids say on the street, it's alright. With Sagatuck events, mint chocolate stout, that would be really cool, like ice cream. Yeah, that would be something neat for them. They have a blueberry one that I haven't picked up that people seem to like as well. Now you have Southern Tier. They have their mint one that some people do like. Their thin mint, kind of off the Girl Scout type cookie. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've actually done that one. I have a couple of their other ones. The Cherry Cordial is something else to do for them, but I don't know if I've ever done the mint one from Southern Tier. I'll have to check. Had a Jack's Abbey Private Rye Lager and Magic Hat number 9 after a couple eggnog, apricot brandy with Havana Club. Well, you were feeling pretty good, I bet, Nina. Bet you were feeling real good. Yeah, I've actually got some whiskeys and stuff here I haven't cracked open yet behind me. I need to start sampling some of those as well at some point here. Let me see. And D says, "Cheers to Blake." Says, "Great show tonight for Nina as well." Nice. And y'all know Nina. Check out Nina as well. She said, "Thanks, Darren." Hey, Blake. Happy New Year. Cheers to you from everyone. Not back up yet. Okay. And D for cool. Put the thumbs up there as well. So great. And then the third one, man, maybe this beer started to get to me a little bit. The last one that I had, which was actually, I guess number 6 there, was another one. I started out with Hot Butcher, and then I ended with Hot Butcher, and it was their Digital Frontier. And this was actually a triple IPA from Hot Butcher. And before I had the dark black, that was my favorite beer that I had last year from Hop Butcher. But when I got the dark black, it changed it up and I had to drop down a Dizzle Frontier. But that one, Citra Mosaic Hop Triple India Pale Ale. What did I put on that one there? Let me see. Wow, juicy, resiny, fruity, and just so smooth overall. A damn tasty brew from Hop Butcher, and easily my favorite thus far. That was before the dark black. That juicy quality almost led me to just chugging away on it, and no feel to 10.5% ABV. So you get a 10.5% ABV, and you're not getting the alcohol, and you're about to start chugging on that. That's dangerous. That gets into a dangerous level at that point. So that was actually a very tasty beer. And of course, thanks to Jeremiah, who's been sending the beers out from Hop Butcher to the different people doing some of the different reviews and checking out what they're doing out of Illinois. Like I said, you can see them all over YouTube now for different people. I know, I think Greg was even doing them over in Greg's beer reviews. I can't even keep up with who's all doing it. I think 210, I don't know, 21090 might be doing them as well. It's just like so many of them going out now. But Hop Butcher is kind of like blasting their stuff out there so people are aware of them. And they're doing a tremendous job. I know the next time I drive Chicago, I'll be loading up the car with a lot of their stuff to probably bring back, put it that way. So, but those were kind of like the top beers that I had ranked last year. There was a bunch of others I had like around 4.5 out of 5, and then some at 4.25 out of 5. It's, it's always a feel of what it means to you in some of them, but there's so many good breweries doing so many good things out there that it's just a fun trip to actually sit around and enjoy some of these. And, I'm glad to be able to share them with you guys, and want to thank all you guys for 2020, of course, for the support and stuff on the channel. As we head into 2021, you guys make it all fun, and the reason we're doing the reviews and sharing and the panel shows and all that kind of stuff. So big thanks to you guys, because without that, wouldn't be, as cool or as fun as Ron says, Rajay, the coolest man on any beer reviews. Well, thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate that. But that was kind of just a rundown of some of the stuff I've been drinking on Untapped. And then if there's other stuff that you guys are drinking or other stuff you guys are sharing, you want to note, let me know. If there's anybody that would like to look to join, let me know as well. And I can get you a link if you want to come up on the panel. We'll open it up tonight here in the new year. So Nina, if you want to join, or Beerman, JV, Blake, Todd, anybody else that might want to join out there as well. Want to come in, drink a few beers, kick it for a little bit, just let me know, because I got time. CB in the house. Cheers, CB. Happy New Year to you, my friend. We got that bowl win. That was becoming a scary game against Army. So I was bummed to see basically Deggy kind of flame out, but then I was also happy to see Kendall redeem himself and get a bowl win. I was also sad to see, Darius Stills going to be leaving now because he's a senior. It's his last game. I think his brother's a year behind him, but it was an interesting year this year with WVU football for sure. Emerson in the house. Cheers. What is going on, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Happy New Year to you as well. If you're enjoying anything, let me know. Well, back at you, my friend. Yeah, so that was, like I said, that was the different stuff there. I guess I can look here. It mentioned that IPAs, it said, was the one I drank the most last year. Let me see. See what my top 10 IPAs were that I drank last year. That's the other cool thing with Untapped, is how you can sort stuff out for the way you want to see things and everything, which is nice. January of 2020. Don't go back into 2020. Come on, phone. To December 31st. Then we'll go by style. India Pale Ale. All right, so India Pale Ales, it tells me that over the year, my top one ended up being Two Hearted Ale. No surprise there. A lot of people know how good Bell's Brewery is with the Two Hearted Ale. Although for me, it was only 4.5 out of 5. It's funny because the global average is 3.96 out of 5, but you always hear about them being the number one out there. It's all what you taste, what you like. Second behind it was the Truth from Rheingeist Brewery, which is a local brewery here. And then third was Mad Tree Brewing and their Psychopathy. And then fourth was West 6 IPA. That's actually out of Lexington, Kentucky, and their IPA. And their IPA is kind of considered like a daily drinker here as well in Kentucky. So a lot of people like that one. And then after that, I had one from Sun River Brewing Company, which is at number 6. That was their American IPA, which is pretty decent. It was their Vicious Mosquito IPA. So that was something out of Oregon that I had not seen before I picked up, which was nice. After that, I had Hoof Hearted, Musk of the Minotaur. Only like in beer can you make musk sound like it belongs, I guess. I mean, you hear musk, it doesn't really seem like anything desirable, but in craft beer, it works. That was a 7.2. And then I had Evil Twin Brewing, Sour Sun Saft after that, which was an 8% American IPA, which really that's a double IPA since you're over 7.5 ABV, but they have it under that. And that's why you got to watch out for Untapped too, because their stuff isn't always correct. And then 420 Strain G13 from Sweetwater Brewing. I know you like that one, Blake. That's the American IPA. That's 6%. And that's their base version. So a nice IPA that they actually do. But that's like the top 10 ones that I have from the IPA area. Place that had a storm lost power and the net just came back up. Oh, nice. Well, Blake, if you want to jump in, I can send you the link as well. If you want to come on and everything and kind of kick it for a bit, just let me know. And 2020 is now hindsight. There you go. See, you said Blake missed you last night. So cheers, bro. So let me see here. A couple things. See if I can get some other on here. Bear with me, everyone. Like I said, if you guys are drinking some stuff, let me know as well what you guys are drinking on. Got Rocket Surgery from Surly. Haven't heard. I know Surly Brewing, but I haven't heard of Rocket Surgery. Let's take a look here. Oh, Rocket Surgery, 5.5% New England IPA. Juicy hazy ale, brimming with Citra and Simcoe hops for a fruit forward blast of hop flavor. Drink it you like. It's not Rocket Surgery, it's Rocket Surgery. Pretty interesting. Hey, Shannon, Happy New Year. Good to see you. What is going on? Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Not sure if you're working tomorrow or not. I know Todd's watching the football game, so. But hopefully 2021 is opening well for you. 1 second. Here's shoot a quick message. just smoking Blake's Christmas gift. Well, there you go. Enjoy, my friend. Enjoy. What's up, Violent? Cheers. And my top IPA this year was the Dreamiest from Other Half. Also got to try Focal Banger for the first time in 2020. Well, that's a good thing out of 2020. I still haven't tried Focal Banger, but Focal Banger is on my list to actually do at some point. I actually got a connection up there now in that area that's going to look to send me some, but I have not received it as of yet. But Other Half, they do some nice stuff for the things that I've had. And they're in the process of putting a brewery, one of the guys told me yesterday, down in Virginia as well. So they're going to be getting Other Half in their distribution, which is nice. Let's see, the Dreamiest, 7% ABV, 7.8% Imperial Double ABV, rather. Culmination of our single hop Dream Daydream series. For the beer, we combine our 3 favorite hops for the series, Mosaic, Citra, and Galaxy, and put them on top of even more oats and a hint of lactose. It's then double dry hop with Citra and Mosaic Cryo plus Galaxy. Wow. I bet that was a dreamy beer. A dreamy, creamy beer at that. Picked up a beer called Hindsight 2020 today. Haven't heard of that one. Was that the one from? Wait a minute. Was that from a? Wait, there's a couple of them actually. Is that from Box and Beer Brewing Company, or is that from the Bold Mariner Brewing Company? There's a couple. Hindsight 2020. Actually, there's more than that even. That's how much I guess people wanted to put 2020 behind them. You have a lot of breweries that are making a play off of that name. 2020 was a crazy year indeed. I just heard today, which was weird, it was released that MF Doom had died also. But the family said he died October 31st, but they never released it for their own privacy and stuff. So it was just broke today that he had died. And of course, if you know hip hop, he's one of the hip hoppers early on. He actually did some songs with Third Bass and some stuff back in the day. But that's weird. Like 2 months later, when we found out after he had died. But 2020, a lot of people have been, every year a lot of people get taken out. But it just seemed like this year was a lot of icons or legends or people that were taken out as well. War Badger from Mississippi River. I've heard of that brewery as well. Nice. So Cricket Lane Brewery in Auburn, California. So Cricket Lane, is that the one in 2020 on my thing here? Let me put it here. Yep, there it is. Hindsight 2020. Cricket Lane Brewing. Wow, nobody's checked it in on Untappd, so that must be really right off to the off being new. This says saying goodbye to the disaster of a year is fantastic, but the dumpster fire isn't quite out yet. Hopefully soon we can gather around and roast our marshmallows over it, brewed with New Zealand and Australia Raku, Pacifica, and Galaxy hops. This juicy, hazy IPA may help us all dream of better days ahead. Well titled for that. So, yeah. But if you have Untappd and you check it in, D, you'll be the first one to actually check that beer in. So nobody's actually had that on there. War Badger. Sour brewed with fruit punch Gatorade. Now, there's a first. I have not seen anybody put Gatorade into a beer. Funny, though, I actually did have this beer, it looks like, previously. I gave it a 4.25. My comment on Untappd was likey like. When did I have it? I had it back October 25th of 2019. Where did I have it at, I wonder? I picked it up somewhere. because I had it at the house. So it might have been, it was a can, so I picked it up maybe at Jungle Gyms or something like that and everything. But I did like it. It said Huey from Lupulin Brewery. Yeah, I'm sure with just 2020 being over, just coming out for sure. Huey's a New England IPA. Hopped in a ridiculous amount of the juiciest hops available. In order to bring you the most hop flavor possible, we intentionally leave yeast and hop oils in the beer by not filtering them out. So, some say that's a lot of Huey. What the hell do they know anyway? Crazy, juicy, hazy Huey. That's a funny write-up as well with that one. So many beers that are out there for sure, though. Yeah, it just came out. That's what I said. When nobody checked it in, that definitely shows that I thought it just came out as well.